Hi, I'm Jimmy Fasig. I'm a lawyer with Barrett, Fasig Brooks Law Firm. I'm a personal injury lawyer, and I want to talk to you about probably the most important decision you're going to make if you have a personal injury case, and that is, how do I choose a personal injury lawyer? The most important factor in choosing a personal injury lawyer is not the TV advertisements of the lawyer, not the billboards. It's not even past case results, because you don't know anything by past case results. The most important factor is determining that lawyer's values. And the three values that I think are most important in choosing a lawyer are compassion, honesty, and a passion for justice. So let's talk about compassion. First of all, it's important to know that this lawyer cares about his or her clients. Now, that's a critical factor, not just because you want to do business with people who care about you, but it's critical because it's going to affect the ultimate outcome of the case. You've got lawyers out there, or you've got law firms out there, that if you call and become a client of that law firm, you may never even get to meet your lawyer face to face. You may never even talk to your lawyer. You may be dealing with a paralegal the entire time. That lawyer will never ever get to know you. And so if that lawyer doesn't even know you, that lawyer cannot effectively negotiate on your behalf, because one of the factors that a personal injury lawyer is always negotiating is the pain, suffering, inconvenience, and lost capacity for the enjoyment of life that the client suffered as a result of the negligence that's involved. So if the lawyer hasn't even taken the time to talk to you and get to know you and learn about your pain, suffering, inconvenience, and so on, then they're not going to be able to effectively advocate for you. So that's why compassion is it's the number one most important factor in determining who you should hire. Second most important factor, but almost as important, is honesty. You want a lawyer who is completely honest about everything, who honesty is a core foundation for that lawyer, because the truth has power. And what I like to say is we like to embrace the truth. That's what all the lawyers at Barrett, Fasig Brooks, we take the truth as it is, bold, and we embrace the truth. And we use the power of the truth to win cases. Because a lot of times the people we're going up against, not all the time, but sometimes the defense attorneys, they try to overreach. They try to stretch the truth, spin the truth. They try to skirt around the truth. And juries don't respond well to that. And they know that. So when they get caught up in lies, or when they get caught overreaching, it has a negative effect on that. But if we, as the plaintiff's attorneys, and if the plaintiff has been completely truthful the entire time, then they are not going to have to deal with credibility issues. And what I like to say is the plaintiff's credibility is the number one most important factor in a personal injury case. So embracing the truth, honesty as a core value, is critical when determining your lawyer. And it's pretty easy to tell if you just ask some pointed questions about that lawyer's values. You will get to know whether or not honesty is one of those core values. If they don't mention it, you might want to ask them about that specifically. The last most important factor in choosing a lawyer is a passion for justice. You want a lawyer that's passionate about justice. And justice, in my opinion, doesn't just mean that you get every single dollar for every single case, no matter how unethical you have to be to get there. Justice means being fair to both sides, which means looking at the truth as objectively as possible and trying to be reasonable. And sometimes that means coming to a compromise. Now, we find ourselves in the courtroom quite a bit because, in our opinions, and we try to look at these cases as objectively as possible, but sometimes you got two opposing opinions and you can't meet in the middle. So you have to have a lawyer also that is willing and able to go to trial if the insurance company or the defendant, which is usually a corporate defendant or insurance company, is being unreasonable. So all those factors are critical in determining whether or not you should hire a personal injury lawyer. So I hope I've given you some insight, and that if you have a personal injury case, that you are now well informed